Welcome to today's chat, which is about Lundhags boots. It's about two very different style of boots. They may look the same, but there is a massive difference between them. And I'm not here to talk about the technical specifications, the different soles that they have, or you know, the pair winger upper leather. I'm not here to talk about any of that. That's available on the links that I'm going to put down below to each one of these boots on the Lundhags official website. Now, the two boots that I have here, this one here, this is the winter boot, okay? It's the Tjakke Mid. The spelling of that is going to be down below on the link to the website. And bear with me one sec while I just fix the screen here for a moment. So this particular boot, it's a felt lined boot, okay? So let me take this out and show you what I mean. My size. So there's your felt, okay? If you want to know the specifications, go to the website. But you do get a felt liner and also this felt insole that slips nicely inside. Right? Put that to the side for a moment. The unlined boot has no felt liner. But what you do have on the inside of it is a felt insole to add a little bit of warmth for your sole. Now look, I'm out all seasons, and here where I live it gets down to about minus 30 Celsius in January time. So that's why there is a major difference between these two boots. Phenomenal difference. This boot here, which is the Tjakke boot, spelt, might as well spell it, Tjakke. For those of you that are from Sweden, I apologise for my pronunciation. I think it's Tjakke. And like I said earlier, the link for this boot is going to be down below with all the specifications. So I've owned this boot for about a year and a half. And I've worn this 4 seasons. Now there's a bit of a difference. In the summertime, with this boot, I still wear a relatively thick merino wool sock. I don't wear anything else bar merino wool, because if I wear any other sock bar merino wool, my feet start to sweat. And that's very bad for hiking distances. I get sores down between my toes. So that's wearing any boot, by the way. Any boot. But for me, merino wool is my go-to choice and has been for the last 10 years. So with this particular boot here, I oversized it. I went up half a size. And the reason for that is because sometimes I like to wear this in winter time. And by going up half a size, what I'll do is I'll put on a medium weight merino wool sock. And on top of that, I'll put a heavyweight merino wool sock. And I still have enough room inside to wiggle my toes so as not to cramp my feet on the inside. Now, in the summertime, the downside to that, and it's not really a downside, but because in the summertime it's a lot warmer, so your feet are going to swell that little bit more than in wintertime. But that's why in the summertime I wear a slightly heavier sock. If I wear a thinner sock, it'll be kind of moving around a little bit too much inside, but not enough to cause discomfort. So that's why I wear the heavier sock. And it's fine for me. I just go ahead, I do my hikes. I'm known to do hikes that are anywhere between 8 kilometres and around 18 kilometres during the summertime. And the boot is really comfortable. I kind of see myself going to this boot all the time. It's an extremely comfortable boot. And that's one thing that Lundhags are quite well known for, is the comfort of the boots. Of course, the construction of the Lundhag boots with the Vibram sole and the pair winger upper and the very tough, well-made laces, it's going to mean that this boot is going to last you for many, many years. You know, one of the reasons why I got into this boot is talking to a friend of mine, Mikael Persson from Sweden. He's an outdoorsman. And Mikael's like a mentor to me, and him and his wife have been wearing Lundhags for about 3 decades. And they have pairs of Lundhag boots that are 2 decades old. And now, over the space of the 2 decades, of course, they've had to send them back to Lundhags for a resole, or to have, you know, the bottom part redone, or parts of the leather redone, or some of the eyelets reattached. And that's one of the things that Lundhags are quite famous for, is their customer service. And that when they give you a boot, it's almost a boot for life. They pride themselves on that, and they have an incredible department. And it's that peace of mind that if anything were to happen to this boot, I can just send it back and they'll fix it. No words asked. Of course, with a fee on top of that. But it's a great service. So, going back to the Tjakke, that's pretty much my 4-season boot. However, that's where this comes in. The Skare, S-K-A-R-E. The Skare 2 Mid. They're kind of like it is their winter boot. There's a massive difference when it comes to winter time. When I'm out hiking, wearing any of these boots, they're both as comfortable as the other. They're just so extremely comfortable, both size 46. The difference is I'm a bushcrafter. I'm a hiker and a bushcrafter. I hike to where I need to go, and then I start my bushcrafting. But there's those times where I might not want to start a fire, and I'm sitting down on my bushcraft tripod chair, or my chair, bushcraft chair. I'm sitting down on any chair on a log, and I'm there, and I'm heating up my meal. I'm sitting down, I'm relaxed. I've set up my hammock or my tent, or I've built my shelter, my lean-to for the day, and it comes to that point where it's below 5 degrees Celsius, which, you know, for me isn't cold. I'm used to much colder weather, but I do suffer from cold feet. And if I'm wearing the Tjakke boot, which is the unlined boot, the boot that doesn't have the felt insole, within a half an hour of me stop moving, my feet start to get cold. Now, even if I'm wearing 2 pairs of winter socks in this, or a pair of medium weight socks and a pair of winter weight socks, my feet will be cold. These boots will be fine if you have a fire. So if you have your fire, whether it's on the ground, in a Dakota fire pit, whether it's on inside a dedicated firebox, if you have a fire going, you won't have to worry about wearing these boots, because the fire is generating heat. As long as you're within a metre of that fire, it doesn't matter about the insole. These are going to keep you warm, okay? If you don't have a fire going, these are the boots you want. They really are the winter boots. This extra couple of millimetres of felt lining plays a massive, massive part. I will admit, sometimes when it gets below -10 Celsius, around the -15 Celsius mark, and I'm walking in winter time, my feet, they're not overly warm. They're not even warm. They're kind of on the cool side when I'm wearing these boots. And that's one of the reasons why, because I don't make a fire all the time, I upgraded from the Tjakke boot, or not an upgrade, but for winter it's an upgrade. I got the Skare 2 Mids. When I'm walking and it's out -15 Celsius, my feet are going to be warm inside this boot when I'm hiking. And I know when I get to camp, I've built my lean-to or my lavu style shelter for the evening. I know that when I sit down on my lovely wool blanket or Nordic reindeer hide, if I don't have a fire with this extra felt, my feet are just going to be warm. They're going to be kept comfortable. Even after half an hour, 2 hours, my feet are comfortable. that's what I love about these winter boots, these dedicated winter boots that Lundhags have created with their layering principle of having the felt. It all comes down to the layering principle. And if you talk to any outdoors enthusiasts or professional out there, layering is one of the most important things you can do. It's one of the reasons why I've got on a mid layer, an outer layer and a shell with my gloves and with my beanie. It's all about layering. Hell, I've got on a pair of thick winter socks at the moment, and I've got on 2 pairs of winter leggings. I love layering, and Lundhags go with the layering principle. So this is my advice to you. If you're going to be building a fire in the depths of winter, because there is a bit of a price difference between the two of the boots, a price difference that's worth it. If you're going to be out in the depths of winter, in really, really cold, like -10, -15 Celsius, and you're one of those people that likes your feet to not be on the chilly side, even when you're hiking, buy the lined boot with the felt. Okay? Buy them. If you're one of those people that's generally warmer, or you don't mind having cooler feet when you're hiking, and you're going to make a fire outside, a safe fire outside, get yourself a boot like the Tjakke Mid. That's the advice that I'm bringing you today, guys, from the selection of Lundhag boots that I have here. I hope it's been informative. If there's any questions that you want to know about any of these boots, please do ask me down below. I've worn them for long enough to know the difference between the two of them, and hopefully this non-technical but more informative, knowledge-based, real knowledge-based testing, hopefully it's brought you some interesting stuff today. If you like the video, subscribe. I'm going to have a couple of more of these in the future on other gear, other brands. Yeah, that's it. Thanks a mil for watching, and support my channel. I could do with a couple of more followers. Enjoy, and if you buy these boots, let me know down below. I'd really appreciate if you've bought these boots based on the knowledge that I'm giving you in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a safe, enjoyable autumn, winter, and take care.